What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back in the video on the channel, and today back at Wingstop. Wingstop has a new hot box, and y'all probably get the idea, but I'll explain it. In honor of 420, they have a thing called a hot box, and what that is similar to what they had with the snack box last year. It comes in 4 varieties, the cheapest being the sandwich, which is $9, and the most expensive being the bone-in wings, which is $14. Boneless wings are $13, and then the tenders are $10. So the hot box also consists of fries, which it says seasoned fries, but I'm gonna joke, like, this might be a typo, but these fries are not seasoned. There's nothing on them, and I'm not a fan of Wingstop's fries anyway. It also says it comes in 6, and I think they give me more wings at my Wingstop that I go to now, because everything I have has more. I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna try these first, and then we'll talk about it. Drop a thumbs up, man. You guys already know the vibes. Let's start off with the bone-in. The THC wing stands for the hot chili rub. THC rub is what they're calling this, but this is what it is. I'm not quite sure what the flavor is supposed to be. I'm guessing hot chili. It's a dry rub. I like dry rubs at Wingstop. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like their last thing they did for these kind of things. The 420 ones they had a while ago. Those are like legit. It just tastes like salt. They're just salt. They're really salty. They're like salty Wingstop wings. I'm a big fan of Wingstop, but I'm getting a little bit of heat too. So hot and salty. I'm not getting chili though. Mostly salt. That's shocking. And the fries, again, I said this before. My fries do not look seasoned. Man, I couldn't even just get the OG Cajun. No. I kind of predicted this, to be real. And I bought back up, so we're still Gucci. But I'm going to try. Let's try the boneless wings. Bro, I love Wingstop. I'm going to keep it a buck. This literally tastes like Lowry's with, like, heat. Like, and there's too much of it, so the salt is overpowering everything. But benefit of the doubt, let's go in for the ranch. I would have rather just gotten them plain. I'm not a big fan of these. I don't want to try the fries. Again, I love when they had the snack box last year. But if they allowed people to just pick their own flavors, this would be a hit. I just don't like this THC, the hot chili rub, as they're calling it. It's too overpoweringly salty for me. Disclaimer again, I have an aversion towards really salty food, so I tend to taste it more than other people. But I did have someone that I know that reviews food that reached out to me about this. He said, hey, did you try these wings? And I was like, nah. And without me prompting, he said, they taste salty. But I wanted to try myself. It does. It really does. Like, this rub looks, the hot honey rub is 1,000 times better. I wish this was a hot honey rub. It's not for me. Even on a Wingstop scale, I'll give this like a 4 out of 10. Like, if I'm being real, I would still eat these. But I would, like, not want them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those, like, I'll pay for it, but I'll eat it thing, but it's really disappointing. One of Wingstop's biggest fans. I love their food, but how do I say? There's no nice way to say this. It's the worst flavor I've had at Wingstop. I don't like it at all. So, y'all can do with that what you want to. I don't know if you want to watch other people's opinions, but if you can take Wingstop's biggest fan and make me say that I don't want these, like I'm not going to eat them, that's real. But like I said before, the last time they put out something like this for April 20th, I didn't like it either, so I had a feeling that I wasn't going to really rock with it. So I went to the Wawa that's across the street over there at the Wingstop I go to, right? I had a feeling. So we're going to do something here. We're going to freak this out. Yes, I scooped some of the bread out. This actually, do I got something over here? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give this to my dog. My dog likes bread. I'm just give that little scoop out of bread to the dog, and then away we go. All right. These are hot honey rub tenders. We're gonna make a sandwich. Big back president. Is that too much? Hell no, that ain't too much. That's spicy Korean cube. That's ranch. And we got honey mustard. Yeah, I thought I was done, right? That's crazy. That's cute. I thought I was done. I think I should take one of these out. Let's take one of these out. So I got their mac and cheese from Wawa with the Old Bay. A little something. Right? Now, I wouldn't normally eat their mac and cheese by itself. But in a sandwich, you can rock with it. All right? A little bit. Just a little bit in your face. You know you gotta let it drip on your face a little bit. That's good. That's better. Why didn't y'all tell me? Why didn't y'all tell me the honey mustard was good? That's hitting on something. Oh, I wipe my hands, bro. I'm not sure I want to put this out there, but I have a theory about Wingstop that might be true. The last 2 times I've gone to Wingstop, it was after I went to the movies. Went to the movies, by the way. I didn't say that. And this is all after 10 p.m. Every time I've gone there, I've gotten extra food. I'm not asking for it. I'm putting the order in on an app. You know what I mean? So it's not like I think must be doing it for everybody, but I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. So can y'all test this theory at y'all Wingstop? This is a 10-piece boneless wing, and there's not 10 in here. Like, this thing is crazy. This is a 2-piece chicken tender. I know you're saying there's 2. That's because I've eaten 2 in this sandwich. So I had 4. This, I've eaten multiple boneless already, and it's supposed to be like 6 pieces in here, I think. I'm not sure, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 still in here. And I know this is a 6-piece, and I've eaten a wing, and there's still like 8 or 9 pieces in here. So I'm not sure what this ain't a problem. I'm not trying to snitch. So next time y'all got Wingstop, if y'all hungry late, because I don't know if they're doing it because they got to get rid of stuff, but I think they are. Like, instead of throwing it out, they're just giving people extra in their order. More places should do that. Like, 1, it would boost sales in dead hours. Like, and 2, most of these places throw this food out. Like, they have to. Supermarkets do that. I think at that point, they should either A, be giving the food away, or B, just throw extra nuggets and stuff in people's orders wherever they're at. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, bro. And I know a lot of y'all work in the food service industry, and I know you know. Some people don't know this, but they throw food out every day, bro. Like a ton of it, too. Like, they throw in the garbage. They have to. Like, for compliance and for, legal reasons. They can't keep the food, and they don't even let people take it. Like, they just throw it out. Like, so there are people who have made accounts on different apps and social media that have shown, you know, spicy Korean Q. Mm. 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 Ooh. I might get that as a side dipping sauce from now on. But they throw food away. I'm not trying to go on a crazy whatever, but let's try all the dipping sauces. Try all the Wingstop dipping sauces. I did get blue cheese this time. A lot of y'all in the comments, every time I get Wingstop, they're like, you never tried the blue cheese? The blue cheese bangs. And I swear to you, I've never tried their blue cheese. So, let's try it out. Let's try the Wingstop blue cheese and a tendy. I'm not the biggest blue cheese fan. I like it, but I don't love it. But this is a good blue cheese dressing. If you're a blue cheese person, you'll like this even more than me. I would never pick this because I prefer ranch to blue cheese at Wingstop for sure. But if you're a blue cheese person, that's really not bad. The other thing is, some people don't like chunky blue cheese. This isn't really chunky. It's decent. I wouldn't get it again though. But I see why people like it. The ranch is still better. Honey mustard. Their honey mustard's good. Their ranch is just so great, I don't think people ever talk about it or order it. But if you're like a mild tender type of person, or like the unseasoned tender type of person, I bet you order that honey mustard, or you eat it with the fries. I can see that. But the goat. Oh, the goat. Oh, the goat. The ranch. You can't pick anything other than this freaking... Listen, I love y'all, but ain't no way it's nothing, whatever y'all saying is this is the ranch is where it's at. Their ranch has something illegal in it. Not sure what it is. But it's in there. But this is the big back play from now on, I think. The spicy Korean Q on the side as a dipping sauce, like a barbecue sauce. I like that. True season. So here's my order. We'll start at the bottom. Blue cheese at the bottom. Honey mustard in third. This spicy Korean Q is at 2. But this is the GOAT. It's not even close. But I can see why. It's one of those things. If you like it, I like it. How about that? Honey mustard, though. You need to crack open some khakis. This is the dragon chili one. I had these a while ago. I usually don't get Takis. I usually will get the Doritos version, which I think I like better now. I've been eating the Doritos one so much that I don't like these as much. That's wild. I still rock with them, just not like I used to. So I saw this movie tonight. Legit, the most shocking movie of 2024 for me. And here's why. I saw the movie Abigail, and it looked interesting. The reason I went is because I saw a preview for it, the last movie I went to see, which was the movie Civil War, last week. And I was like, wow, this looks like a scary movie. It was almost excellent. For me to say that about a horror movie, I'm a horror fan, but I mean just, like, it was almost an elite horror movie. It's a good horror movie. It was an entertaining horror movie. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it, but it almost was elite. So, I'm not going to give away any spoilers for people who worry about that kind of stuff, but if you see the preview, the basic premise of the movie is that there's a group of thieves that they kidnap a young lady whose father is wealthy for ransom money. So while they're holding her for ransom, but she's not a normal girl. That's the preview. And that's the movie. And it looked interesting. It had creepy little music and stuff in the preview. I'm like, okay, cool. It is almost two different types of horror movies in one. And both types that I really enjoy. The first part is a little bit of like a suspensey type of thing because you don't know what's going on or why this is happening. And it's just like really slow paced, but like they're just, the exposition is given out through like plot lines of why they're there. And it's like, you know, the lightning, like people are getting one by one. And then halfway through the movie, it flips into like a horror comedy. Like Freddy or Chucky in that vein. The young lady who plays Abigail was excellent. She was very entertaining. She was very funny. I did not go into that movie expecting to laugh, but there was noticeable laughter in the theater. And it then played out like a Chucky, like a horror comedy. I love those types of horror movies. So I'm like, wow, this is two good movies in one. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. And then in the third act, it gets weird. It gives you an ending, but not one that I really feel like I feel like it did a double backflip off the diving board and just didn't stick the landing, you know? And that part was disappointing, but I'm telling you, I was so entertained through like the first 70 to 80 minutes of the movie, and the last 15 to 20 minutes of the movie, I just kept going, why would you make that happen? Like, you know, so it gave me a bad taste in my mouth towards the end, but still, it doesn't take away from the fact that the movie was actually very entertaining. Again, I laughed, and there were jump scares, and there was like a scary tone to it that was also funny. Nice job, but they just didn't stick the landing. I would be interested in watching another movie with that young horror movie villains never die. So I would be interested in watching another movie. Somehow, make it, you know. So if you're a person who likes either of those types of movies, like you're a fan of like the horror comedies where you kind of laugh and there's little one-liners and witty puns and all, I would recommend you watch it. If you're a fan of the people that like, you know, like House on Haunted Hill type of stuff, I recommend you watch it. But don't say I didn't tell you at the end, what they did with it just didn't really, no plots. But even with that, again, I think it's a good Netflix or rental movie, unless you're like an avid movie fan, then I would say go to the movies. Overall, entertaining, definitely worth a watch one way or another. And in my movie grading system, which isn't the same as my food grading system, I would give this movie a C+. It was good, but it's almost, man, if they just stuck that landing. But either way, I think it's been a really good year this year so far for horror movies, more than any other genre. And last year was also very good. It's not even Halloween yet. So, interested to see. There was a little bit of a lull where I stopped going to the movies because nothing looked remotely entertaining. But I've gone for the last month, and there's a bunch of stuff coming out soon that I can't wait to see. Leading into Deadpool, obviously. But the movie I can't wait to see, the movie I really can't wait to see, Planet of the Apes. I don't think I've ever talked about that on this channel. But in my recent memory, Planet of the Apes is the most underrated trilogy in movies. Recent memory. I don't want to say ever, because that's a knee-jerk reaction, but in my recent memory, I can't think of... If you've never watched Planet of the Apes, I know the old ones when you think of, like, you know, Get Your Hands Off Me and all of that Charlton Heston kind of stuff. Or the that was the Mark Wahlberg one that came out when I was a kid. This one is not that. It is so well acted for most of the characters in the movie to be apes. You'd be surprised. It has the makings of a blockbuster movie where it's large scale and there's a little bit of CGI, but it's not bad CGI. It's not over the top, but it's very character driven. Like, if you've never seen them, you'll find yourself rooting for the apes at one point. And it gives you like a really fleshed out, and then it goes into it. Even the ending of the trilogy is satisfying to me. So if you didn't see those, the movie is coming out. Start at the beginning and just watch them. I think you'll be truly surprised, but because of that, the new one that comes out is set 300 years after the events of the trilogy. So at this point, the apes are the ones that are in charge, and the humans are the ones that it's reversed from what it was like even now, where people hunt animals. The apes are hunting humans, but I'm interested to see how this next trilogy goes out. So I've recently watched them again, maybe like 2 months ago, and it's almost like I forgot how good they were. But give them a watch if you haven't, like for real. I'm not a movie expert, but I am a movie fan. So that trilogy I really do enjoy. But I don't really went all over the place. But I don't feel bad giving these to somebody. I'm just have to tell them, like, yo, these are fucking salty if you want to try them. They are not, you can see my face immediately. But either way, I still got some good Wingstop food in a chubby Wingstop sandwich. So, we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man, and hand signs. They made it to YouTube.